Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a yoga routine to wring out, rinse away our negative energy. So we're going to be doing a lot of twists and just having some fun with yoga today. So jump into something comfortable and we're going to go ahead and get started. So let's all start our yoga practice today on all fours. So just make sure that your wrists are in line with your shoulders and your knees are right under your hips. And then we're just going to start to bring our awareness to our breath and sync our movement with our breath. So as we inhale, we're going to raise your chest up, drop your hip points down towards the ground, and then look forward. And then as you exhale, you're going to draw your belly button into your spine and round out through the back, pressing through the hands. And then you're going to just repeat that cycle. So breathing in, expanding the belly with each breath that you take. And then as you exhale, you let all that air out. Drawing your belly button up to your spine, getting that full expansion, using your diaphragm with each breath that you take. And then just go ahead and breathe at a pace that's comfortable for you. And as you do this, you're just starting to wake up the spine. So we're bringing awareness through our body. We're bringing a small amount of movement to warm up today's practice. Let's go ahead and do one more cycle like that, cat-cow. And this time as you exhale, I want you to curl your toes under and then press your knees up off the mat. So here you're just hovering above the mat. And I just want you to find your breath, breathing in and breathing out. Nice long inhales, long exhales. In this hovering tabletop position, we're activating the core. We're using the legs, we're holding with our upper body, so it's definitely a strengthening exercise. And finding that stillness in your breath can help you find the strength to continue holding. Let's go one more breath here. Excellent. Lower back down onto the knees. Take the left hand, put it right under your chest. Inhale, raise the right arm up towards the ceiling. Getting a nice twist here. Then as you exhale, you're going to thread the arm underneath the other arm and get a great stretch through the back of the shoulder. And your next inhale, return back to tabletop position. Go ahead and bring the right arm right underneath the chest. Inhale the left arm up this time, getting a nice twist here. And then as you exhale, thread the arm through. Place the shoulder right on the ground. And then relax as you feel this great stretch. And while you're on this stretch, you can always think about dropping your shoulders away from your ears. So start to let your guard down. On your next inhale, go ahead and press up. Once again, tuck the toes underneath, pressing your body up off the mat and just hovering in that position. And then slowly, we're going to press our hips up towards the sky, taking one heel down to the ground and then the other, finding a comfortable downward dog that suits you. So in downward dog, let's go ahead and rise up onto our fingertips. And rise up onto your toes. Now pull your hip bones right up towards the ceiling. And now starting from the fingers, you're slowly going to spread those fingers and make contact back again with the mat. Pressing through the thumb and the first finger. Now your triceps are spinning backward and your biceps are spinning forward. And we're pressing through the fingers, and then we're sinking our hips up towards the sky. And then if you have the flexibility in your calves through the back of the legs, then you can actually just go ahead and lower down right onto the feet, so your heels come in contact with the floor. And if you don't have that flexibility, that is just okay. It's something you work towards. And yoga is not a competition. That's the wonderful thing about it. You just learn to listen to your body, pay attention to what feels good and what's right for you. All right, let's go ahead and take one more breath here. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. This time, bend the knees, take your tummy to the top of your thighs. Take your eyes, gaze forward between your hands. Now your choice, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway up, finding Ling. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, drop your tummy to the tops of your thighs. Now, I want you to curl up into a little ball. And then I just want you to tuck your tailbone down, round through the spine, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Take it slow, be dramatic about it. And then I just want you to rise up, draw your fingertips up the side of your body to set your shoulder blades in place. Raise your arms up towards the sky. Take your fingertips together above head and touch them together. Exhale your hands to your heart. Take a moment here to find calmness in your breath. Gain control of this moment with your breath. And then here we're just going to go ahead and inhale, slightly bend the knees, raise the arms up towards the ceiling, and have a seat in chair pose. Here we're dropping our hips back, pressing through our heels, raising our chest up towards the sky. Head is lifted. Here we go. Let's go ahead and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up and look, finding length. Flat back here. Exhale, forward fold. Step or hop into plank position. We're going to shift our weight forward, lower into chaturanga, and press up to upward facing dog or cobra. Now, this can be a mini cobra, so you don't have to reach for the sky. You can just press up and just get a slight back bend. It's completely up to you. Either way, drop your shoulders away from your ears. Think about opening up through the collarbones. And then let's go ahead and lower down to the ground. Tuck your toes underneath. Power push-up up. And then let's go ahead and roll down one vertebrae at a time back into our downward facing dog. Now if it feels good for you, you can pedal out the feet here. And let's go ahead and raise the right arm or leg up towards the sky. Now keep those hips squared here. I know sometimes we want to really lift that leg up, but let's try to just keep it about hip height. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and draw the knee into the chest, activating the core. And then we're going to exhale and kick it right back out. Inhale, lift, driving the knee to the chest. Exhale, kick it out. One more time. Draw the knee in towards the chest, hold your tummy tight, and now let's go ahead and step that right leg through. We're going to go ahead and inhale, bring some energy, fresh energy and air into your body for high lunge. Now, I want you to think about tucking that tailbone, and then here we go, we're going to go ahead and exhale, let go of negative energy. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and open up the chest if you'd like to welcome a small back bend right now. Go ahead and do so. And then let's go ahead and release your arms back to the foot, framing the foot. Take your left hand, place it right beside your foot. And we're going to use the right thumb here to correct our hips. So we're going to get them equally in line with each other. And as you inhale, let's go ahead and open up through the upper body. So you're going to get a nice twist here in this position. Now your back leg stays active. So squeeze through that glute. Make sure this hip is drawing back. And here you're just getting a really good stretch. And these twists are really good for your digestion as well. So So it's kind of like you're massaging those internal organs here. Exhale, let's go ahead and step that right leg back to meet the left. Shift your weight forward. You can move through your chaturanga, or you can just go ahead and meet in downward facing dog. It's up to you. Let's go ahead and lift the left leg this time. Sweep your knee into your chest, activating through the core. Exhale, press it back. Drive your belly button into your spine, engaging through the core, keeping your back leg activated, keeping your knee pulled in. Exhale, kick it back. One more time. Lift and squeeze, finding that length still through the spine, activating through the back leg, and then draw your knee into your chest. Bring that leg up in between the hands. And let's go ahead and inhale lots of fresh energy into your body. So you're in a high lunge here. Now, quick correction. This is something I definitely always have to remind myself. I'm gonna drop my tailbone down. Now, as soon as I do that, I can feel a crazy different stretch in through my hip flexors. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and invite opposite hand this time and open up the chest for a slight back bend. This is just a pose to me of openness and positivity in some ways. You just let go of the rest and it's so vulnerable, I feel. Exhale, release the hands. And then here we are coming into that runner's lunge. Remember to stay activated through the back leg. So don't just get all wimpy and let that leg drape. But here we go, squeeze through the glute and then twist the body. One more breath. Excellent job. Go ahead and frame the foot. Shift the leg back towards the left leg and move through chaturanga, vinyasa, and meet in downward facing dog. Bend the knees graciously, step or hop up to the front of your mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the tailbone down, lift the chest, raise the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, drive the weight through the heels, reach for the sky, fingertips touch above head. Exhale, hands come to heart center, back to mountain pose. A nice cleansing breath here. Deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. 2 more breaths like that. Each breath you take is bigger, and every time you release that breath, you let go a little bit more of stress and energy that is wound up in things that don't deserve your time. So here we go, big breath in. Let it go. One more time like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Let it go. All right, here we go. Raise the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, have a seat in chair. Shifting the weight to the left leg. We're gonna be taking our arms to our heart center. And then as we do this, we're crossing the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Now, as much as you can, I know you're gonna want to put all your weight into the one leg, but I want you to try to keep pressing equally through both, because as we do that, we're gonna create a balance instead of having all that weight pressed into one side. Inhale, hands come to center. And then exhale, let's go ahead and cross right elbow to left knee. And think about finding that equal balance through the lower body. All right, let's go ahead and fold, release the legs. Ooh, we could feel the legs working there. And let's step or hop into plank, it's your choice. And meet in downward facing dog. You're welcome to get there however you would like. Raise the right leg up towards the sky and take the knee from the right knee to the left elbow. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the right knee to the right elbow. And one more time, lift the leg. And this time, hold it at center, squeezing your abdominal muscles, and then go ahead and step it through. Inhale with energy, lift into high lunge. Exhale, let's go ahead and take that back leg to a 45-degree angle. Engage through the core for our warrior one position. So squaring up those hips here, sinking nice and low in that lunge. And then exhale, let's go ahead and take the foot to a 90-degree angle. Arms come to a big T position, and then you sink as low as you can in that lunge. Find comfort with your breath, and then make sure that your front knee is not wanting to track in. Engage through the lower body as well. Stay strong. Find your breath. Let's reverse the warrior. And then take your right arm to your right leg. And inhale, lift your left fingertips up towards the sky. And we're going to go ahead and invite an opportunity to sink a little bit deeper. If you like to take your arm right down to the ground, you're welcome to do that now. Inhale, lift into warrior two. Exhale, lift, arms touch above head. And then exhale, sink a little bit deeper into warrior two. Inhale, lift, arms touch overhead. Last turn, sink a little lower. Find the strength to carry through, even when you start to tremble a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and cartwheel the arms down. Shift the back leg up so your heel is lifted up off the floor. And then you're gonna take your right foot to the outside of your mat, and the hands are going to be on the inside. Now, we're going to lower down into lizard pose. You can stay right here if you are new to yoga and you do not have the flexibility to lower onto your elbows. Another option is using blocks at this time. So if you have two blocks or even something that can prop you up so you can sink a little bit lower into this posture, you're welcome to use it. Now, I find after strength training days, I don't have the same flexibility. My muscles are sore, and so the blocks definitely help me find a place that's comfortable, but still stretches me. So you're welcome to do this with or without it. Let's go ahead and press yourself up. Remove the blocks if you have them. And then we're gonna actually kick our front leg straight. Square up your hips. You can actually shift your back leg forward a little bit. Draw your front hip back towards the other one. And we're just gonna go ahead and take a moment to breathe here in pyramid pose. Now, if you cannot reach your foot, you don't have that flexibility, once again, blocks are a great option here to raise the floor up to you. And you can do this at many different levels as you work your way down. Shift your weight in different ways so you can feel that stretch. It's completely up to you. And let's go ahead and bend that front knee. Step your right leg back to meet your left. Shift your weight forward and then meet in downward dog any way that works for you. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, draw your left leg to your right elbow. Inhale, lift. Left leg to left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drive the knee to the tummy. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Step it through. Inhale, lift. Lots of good energy into your body. It's energizing you. Tuck that tailbone down. And then take your back leg to a 45-degree angle for warrior one. Bend your front leg. Shift those hips square towards that front wall. And then exhale, take the leg to a 90-degree angle for warrior two. On your next inhale, reverse your warrior. And then we're going to take your left arm to your left leg. Inhale, lift your right fingertips up towards the sky. This is a time often where we forget about that back leg. So I want you to think about firming the front of the legs, activating through, and then if you want to lower a little deeper down, you're welcome to do that. Power lift up, right back into warrior two. Making sure that front knee is not wanting to trace in or doesn't go past the front ankle. Inhale, raise up, fingertips kiss over sky, over your head. And then exhale, sink a little deeper. Inhale, lift, fingertips touch. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift, fingertips touch. Exhale, sink into warrior two, and go ahead and cartwheel your arms down to the mat, taking your left foot to the outer edge of the mat, and then your hands inside that leg. Now, lizard on this side, you're welcome to use the blocks or not, it's up to you. Firm the back leg, so think about squeezing your glute, and that will help firm the leg. And in lizard, I like to play with this pose. Sometimes I take my knee out a little bit if my hips feel really tight. And on your next inhale, go ahead and press yourself up. Take your hands back to each side of the foot. And then if you would like, if it's more comfortable for you, pull your back leg in just a little bit. And then we're gonna go ahead and straighten that front leg. Use your left thumb to guide that front hip back in line with the other one for pyramid pose. And then if you want to, of course, bring the blocks into play if it feels good for you. This is an amazing stretch of the hamstrings. Set the blocks aside. Take your left leg back to meet the right, and then this time that left leg is actually going to sneak around, stacking the legs and raising up for our side plank, which is activating your obliques, working our core. Exhale, go ahead and take your left hand back to center, and this time stack the right leg on top of the left. Inhale, lift the arm up towards the ceiling. Hold those hips up, so draw your ribs into your hip bone almost. Exhale, back to center. Lower right down onto your belly this time. And we're gonna go ahead and activate the lower body and the back side, really. So we're gonna squeeze the glutes and the back of the legs, and we're gonna lift the legs right up off the ground. So try to lift your quadriceps right up off the floor as much as you can. And upper body here right now is just going to relax. So on your inhale, you're gonna squeeze the tush, lift the legs up off the ground, and then lower. Squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. One more time like that. Squeeze and lift. Exhale, lower. Upper body, it's gonna be the same concept. So we're gonna squeeze those shoulder blades together, lift the upper body up off the ground, and then lower back down. So we're gonna do that 3 times. So we're prepping the body for bow pose, which is really great just for opening up the front side body. It's a really great stretch. And you're actually activating and working the back muscles and the glutes as well. So this time, we're gonna go ahead and reach, bending the knees, reach our arms back around for the tops of our feet. And then on your inhale, you're gonna squeeze your glutes, lift your chest right up off the mat, lift the thighs right off the mat. And with each breath, you might actually even find that you rock. But try to have a full breath here and avoid cranking your head up right now. It's not great for your neck. It's best to keep your eyes kind of looking right in front of you. 2 more breaths here. And 1. Release the legs, release the arms. Press yourself back, knees wide on the mat, feet come together. Exhale for counter pose and child's pose. And go ahead and walk your hands slowly back up to meet your knees. You can cross your feet right behind your bottom. Kick your legs in front of you. Whew. It's a nice little workout there. Got rid of some extra energy. I think that's what oftentimes negative feelings stem from, is it's just extra energy bound up inside of us. We sometimes just don't know what to do with it. So exercise is so lovely. All right, we're gonna do another exercise just to stretch out the hips one last time. So just releasing different areas in our body where we hold on to tension and stress, and doing these twists and just thinking about rinsing everything from our internal organs to our muscles that just help us move throughout the day. So we're gonna go ahead and take our legs, cross them, bend the left leg, and we're gonna keep it on bottom. We're gonna stack the right leg right on top of it. So as if your legs are 2 logs. And then remove the fluff that you may be sitting on, so your hip bones come right into contact with the ground. And then with a straight spine, think of sitting up tall, and then walking forward with your hands to any amount that feels good for you. So you don't have to be like a crazy, flexible person to do this pose. Any amount, you can feel this stretch. Now, if you have problems with your knees, then this stretch might not be the best for you. This position may not be easy for you to get into. So you can do this with your legs crossed and shifting forward. And if you're really flexible, you can just reach as far in front of you as you possibly can, making sure that you're not just rounding from the back here. So try to keep that straight spine here. And then walk your fingers back up towards your legs. Take your right arm at the base of your spine and left arm across your body. You're just going to get a gentle twist in the seated position. And let's switch sides. So this time our left leg will be stacked on top of the right. And then if you need to readjust your sits bones so they're in contact with the floor, the ground, and then walk your arms forward any amount. Maybe if you don't have the flexibility yet, just sitting in that posture is enough for you. And a lot of times when we're stressed, when we're tight, when we're troubled, we stop breathing. We stop breathing correctly. So we start breathing with our upper chest. And what does that cause? It causes neck pain. It actually increases stress. You have less oxygen running through your body, and so there's a lot of negative effects to not breathing with your full diaphragm, not expanding the lungs. So even when I practice yoga, I find that some postures require more from me, more energy, and I have to bring my awareness back into my breath, because otherwise I tend to breathe through my upper chest and my neck is strained. And so that's just a good time to bring your awareness to actually expanding the stomach. That's what I think of, expanding your stomach. Because your belly should rise and fall. When you think of newborns, go ahead and walk your hands back. Take your left arm, place it at your spine or your base, and then cross your right arm over the other knee. But you think of newborns and children when they breathe, and it's just so perfect, it's beautiful, it's this synchronized wave. Their whole body rises and falls with each breath. And that's what we do, that's how we should breathe naturally, but we start holding on to stress and we start breathing these rapid, weird patterns, and it actually just makes everything worse. So we're just going to lower down now at this point and practice that breath, that fullness, that expansion for a couple minutes. And if you have the time to do so, stick in it with me right now. And if you have to go at this point in time, then feel free to do so. We're just going to lower down and finish this yoga practice in Shavasana, with our focus being on box breathing. So go ahead and lower down one vertebrae at a time. And put one hand on your belly, one on your heart. And with each inhale, I want you to count to 4. And at the top of your breath, hold for 4. And then with your exhale, 4 count. And hold at the bottom of your exhale for 4 count. Take one more round of box breathing. And then let your breath return to normal. Take a few minutes to think about what you're grateful for. By now you've burnt out that extra energy that you're holding on to these negative emotions, stresses, worries. Those areas that are commonly tight within our hips and our neck and our shoulders. So we have no place that we're storing the energy here. You've been refreshed by the power of your breath and the power of new movement. And so allow this time, as you think about what you're grateful for, let yourself smile. Draw the corners of your mouth up. Just to feel that peace. And go on to your right side when you're ready. press yourself up into a seated position. And close with me. Take your hands to your heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed this workout. If you did, please click the subscribe button. It says subscribe, it's red. And then there's a little bell right under it that'll tell you every single time I upload a new workout for you. And then that way you never have to miss out. So if you like this, subscribe to the channel, click like, leave a comment below. Let's have a conversation about how you feel and what yoga does for you and your energy and going forth. I appreciate your support. Have a great day.